Buying your first home in Charleston is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. For most first-time buyers, it can feel overwhelming with so many moving parts. Luckily, I've helped a ton of folks through this process, and I'm going to make life a little easier for you by sharing my top 5 neighborhoods for first-time buyers here in Charleston. So let's dive right in. There's a lot to learn when it comes to buying your first home, like loan types, down payments, interest rates, and inspections. In my opinion, that's something that you learn by doing. And a good realtor will guide you through every step, so you always know what the next 3 things are. However, how to buy a house is not the point of this video. Instead, let's talk through actual areas that a first-time buyer would actually want to live in while coming out ahead. But when it comes to buying a house, keep in mind that there's some other important factors like commute times and the age and condition of the house and which tax county you're in and which amenities you want. So there's always going to be some trade-offs when it comes to picking your first home. A lot of people think that townhomes and condos are the most affordable option, but this isn't always true as well because you have that extra HOA and regime fees. These neighborhoods I'm going to cover today have been popular with a lot of my first-time buyer clients, and I've done the heavy lifting in terms of research. Usually price is the biggest factor when you purchase your first home, and the neighborhoods I've selected all have great homes under the median sales price in the greater Charleston area, which was about $425,000 at the time I made this video. I also used the last 12 months of sales data for each to give you an accurate pricing over time. I picked these neighborhoods because each one offers a different lifestyle and set of amenities, but there are some great neighborhoods all over the Charleston, so this is by no means an exhaustive list. Usually when a first-time buyer calls me and describes exactly what they're looking for, I can name 3 or 5 neighborhoods that might fit what they're looking for almost immediately. So getting started, number 5 on my list for first-time buyers is Liberty Hall Plantation in Goose Creek. This neighborhood has a good variety of home sizes and layouts. A huge pro is that it's a smaller community with great location in southern Goose Creek. It's located about 30 minutes from downtown Charleston, and the closest beach is Isle of Palms, which is about a 40-minute drive with mild traffic. For you Navy members, this is one of the neighborhoods closest to the Naval Weapons Station. It's only 5 to 10 minutes away, so you spend a lot less time in traffic. But its central location is close to North Charleston. This means that you're right next to all the city amenities. You can find everything from townhomes to large single-family homes with big yards here. One reason I love this neighborhood is that it's surrounded by wooded forests, so it's a great spot to find homes with wooded backyards. Development here started in the early 2000s, with most of the homes being built between 2004, so pre-financial crisis, and 2014, so post-financial crisis, and there is a difference between those 2 phases. There are a great variety of styles, so the homes don't all look the same. They're not that cookie-cutter neighborhood that people have grown fond to hate. And the interiors of these homes all look incredible for the price. It's located in Berkeley County, so you save money on property taxes, but it is incorporated into the city of Goose Creek, so you will have to pay additional city millage. The schools that are zoned for Liberty Hall are Mount Holly Elementary or Goose Creek Elementary, Sagefield Middle School, and Goose Creek High School. They have decent ratings, but something unique about living in Berkeley County is their expanded school choice program. You can actually enroll your kids in any school in the county, so if getting a top education is important to you, there are plenty of options. Liberty Hall has some great amenities, including a community pool and clubhouse, playgrounds, parks, walking trails, and a sand volleyball court. For home prices, the median sales price for a single-family home was $364,000, and for townhomes and condos, the median sales price was $268,000. There's an HOA here to cover all the amenities as well, and prices vary depending on where you buy. Goose Creek is one of the best cities in Charleston for families, and as it's grown, the city has invested a lot into the parks and recreation. So if you want to live in a smaller community that skews to the less expensive side with great modern homes, it's tough to beat Liberty Hall Plantation. So moving on to number 4 is White Gables, located on the western side of Somerville. It's about a 45-minute drive to downtown Charleston. The traffic can make this drive much longer, and the closest beach is Isle of Palms, which again takes about an hour to get when traffic is mild. This neighborhood has some of the best looking newer homes in the entire Charleston metro with that Charleston style architecture and colorful hardy plank siding. And honestly, hardy plank siding is just a much more classy material than the cheaper vinyl siding that you're going to see in most other neighborhoods. Other features you see on these homes are large or double porches, columns, and gas lanterns. This community was built on the principles of new urbanism, meaning that it was designed to be walkable, mixed-use neighborhood to counteract that suburban sprawl while still maintaining great amenities. They include a clubhouse that hosts community events, a large swimming pool with a sun deck, tennis and basketball courts, a playground for kids, green spaces, and ponds for fishing. There's so much here. The landscaping is very mature, so you have trees that overhang the streets and the sidewalks to capture that southern charm. White Gables was designed to be low maintenance, so homes are on smaller lots, which requires a little less upkeep, but the trade-off is that the homes are closer together. Development here started in the early 2000s, so those new construction home kinks have been worked out already, and a basic home inspection can ensure that the home is in good condition with minimal maintenance. The median sales price for a single-family home here was $369,000, making it a great entry point into the Charleston market. It's also located in Dorchester District 2, which is one of the best in the metro. The elementary school here is Niceville Elementary, the middle school is Charles B. DuBois, and the high school is Somerville High. White Gables is located in Dorchester County, which has a higher effective tax rate compared to Charleston and Berkeley counties, and it's also located in Somerville city limits, so you are required to pay municipal taxes as well. There is an HOA in White Gables to help with amenity upkeep, and this combination of HOA fees and higher taxes will affect your monthly budget. Another con of living here is traffic. Getting in and out of the neighborhood is worse in other areas of Somerville during commuting hours because it's located further west, so it takes longer to get to the interstates. Highway 61 is an alternative route you can take if you work in West Ashley or on the peninsula, but it also sees a lot of traffic because that's kind of like a two-lane road. But for most first-time buyers, it's a trade-off that most people are willing to make. Now, the third neighborhood I wanted to cover is Archdale in North Charleston. It was one of the first planned communities on Dorchester Road and was mostly built in the 70s and the 80s. It's the total opposite of White Gables, with mature landscaping and tons of trees that offer more privacy, so think a lot bigger lots. You'll find mostly traditional two-story homes with unique floor plans, so if you hate that cookie-cutter look, then you'll love Archdale. These homes are all different and older, so you can accept more upkeep and maintenance, but the trade-off is more space. It's located just west of Joint Base Charleston and the International Airport, so if you work at Joint Base, or for Boeing, or Bosch, or Volvo, or Mercedes-Benz, this is one of the best places to live. Archdale is closer to downtown Charleston at only 30 minutes away, and the closest beach is Folly Beach, about 45-minute drive with mild traffic. But Dorchester Road is one of the main commuter roads in North Charleston, so you will spend time in bumper-to-bumper traffic on your morning or evening commutes, depending on when and where you work. A plus of being here is that North Charleston has some of the best amenities in the metro, like the Coliseum and the Performing Arts Center, the Park Circle, multiple golf courses, Tanger outlets, and a great variety of restaurants, so you'll always have something to do. The median sales price for a single-family home in Archdale is $384,000, making it over $50,000 more affordable than the median house in Charleston. It's also located in the Dorchester District 2 district, which is why it's so popular with families and first-time buyers. The schools it's zoned for are Windsor Hill Arts-Infused Elementary, River Oaks Middle School, and Fort Dorchester High School. These are highly rated schools, which helps with resale value. Similar to White Gables, it's located in Dorchester County, so taxes are higher, but is not incorporated into the city of North Charleston, which means you won't have to pay additional city taxes. This also matters if you decide you want to upgrade to a different home down the road. You have the choice to convert your first home into a short-term rental property or a long-term rental property. This is a huge win for Archdale because North Charleston has a rental permit caps, so most of the areas are on wait lists or don't allow rentals at all. Archdale, on the other hand, is not actually part of North Charleston despite having a Charleston address, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, coming in at number 2 is one of the largest neighborhoods in South Carolina called Cane Bay Plantation. Development here started in the early 2000s and it continues today. When it's all built out, it's projected to have over 10,000 homes and offers everything from starter and move-in ready homes to luxury homes with higher end finishes. This master plan community has 23 different subsections with numerous styles and price points, which gives first-time buyers more options. Cane Bay is located the furthest north out of all the neighborhoods on my list, so it's a commuter suburb through and through. It's a 40-minute drive to downtown Charleston, and the closest beach is Isle of Palms, which is about a 50-minute drive when traffic is mild. It's important to mention that there is a lot of general traffic in Cane Bay just because of the sheer amount of people who live here. But this community is one of the most amenity-rich areas of Charleston. There's just so much to do within each subsection, and you never have to leave Cane Bay to get your everyday essentials or to enjoy a day at the pool. There's a main shopping district with restaurants, grocery stores, and even a state-of-the-art YMCA in the middle of Cane Bay. Every subsection has its own unique amenities, including walking trails that connect everything together, playgrounds, and they have community pools as well. It's perfect for folks who love that golf cart lifestyle and for families. Another big plus of living in Cane Bay is that it has some highly rated schools built right into the neighborhood, and they're all named after Cane Bay. So Cane Bay Elementary, Cane Bay Middle School, and Cane Bay High School. Some subsections are within walking distance to these schools, and I don't know what could be more convenient than that. Though do keep in mind, oftentimes these schools do have wait lists, so it's definitely something that we're going to need to talk about before you choose to live in Cane Bay. Prices vary depending on which subsection you pick, so I've decided to pick 3 that are the best for first-time buyers to keep things simple. They are Meridian at the Lakes, Kinderwoods, and Ladera Preserve. Again, only 3 of the 23. Meridian was the most affordable subsection with a median sales price for all homes at $365,000. Ladera came in at second at $367,000. Kinderwoods was the third most affordable at $369,000 over the past 12 months. I actually made an entire video about Cane Bay in each subsection, so if you want to move here, I will leave a link to that in the video description down below. A huge plus of living in Cane Bay is that it's located in Berkeley County, which has some of the lowest tax rates out of all the main counties around Charleston. But it's a master plan community with great amenities, so there's going to be HOA fees that vary in cost depending on which subsection and type of home you live in. And I can't emphasize this enough, Cane Bay has something for everyone at every price point. Want a $300,000 single family home? It's possible. Want a $600,000 luxury home on the lake? we can make that work too. About 8 to 10% of all real estate listings in Charleston are located here in Cane Bay. It's a great place to live, but it can be rough on the resale market, so it's definitely a conversation that we'll need to have before you decide to pull the trigger. And now, number 1 on my list is Westcott Plantation. It's one of the most popular master planned communities in North Charleston. It's located just north of Archdale on Dorchester Road. It's close to most of the city's major employers. This is one of the best neighborhoods to live in if you work at Bosch or the Mercedes-Benz factory, because they're both about 10 minutes away. But traffic is still an issue like in Archdale. It features newer, modern construction homes that vary in style, finishes, and price points. Development here started in the early 2000s and finished in the mid-2010s, so homes here have more modern layouts and designs. And these homes are still relatively young in terms of that usual wear and tear. Westcott is one of the best bang for your buck neighborhoods in all of Charleston because you can find a high quality home at an affordable price with better central location than a neighborhood, say like Cane Bay. But the trade-off is that you don't have the extensive amenities that Cane Bay has. There are a few community pools, but no shopping districts or schools built into the neighborhood. But it's a walkable community with sidewalks and trails that connect to numerous ponds, and there's a clubhouse and a gym in the neighborhood. The standout feature of Westcott is the golf course in the clubhouse. It features 27 holes with 3 different 9-hole courses that rotate depending on the day of the week and if a course is down for maintenance. The clubhouse hosts a variety of community events and also has a nice restaurant as well. You can also find playgrounds and parks when you and the kids want to get out. The school zoning for Westcott is Fort Dorchester Elementary, Oak Brook Middle School, and Fort Dorchester High. Westcott also offers single-family homes and townhomes at lower prices for people on that tighter budget. The median sales price for a single-family home was $371,000, and for townhomes, it was $312,000. Similar to White Gables, being located in Dorchester County means that you'll pay higher taxes, and because this is also incorporated into the city of North Charleston, you will pay city taxes as well. This is a master plan community with amenities, so there is that HOA, but it varies in price depending on where you live. But its central location, safety amenities, and affordable homes are tough to beat. So all the neighborhoods offer high quality homes with great resale value and have their own unique pros and cons depending on the lifestyle you want. But for first-time homebuyers, these are some of the best options Charleston has to offer, and there's always going to be trade-offs when you purchase your first home. As a top real estate team here in the Lowcountry, we want to earn your business and be your resource for real estate. If you have any questions about these neighborhoods or want to learn more about other affordable options, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is always in the video description down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.